Howdy and aloha. Welcome to Manata. The earth and you are ohana. We hope you stay and talk.
Oh, okay. Howdy and aloha, everybody. It's James with Montauk. I don't have my glasses on. I'll put them on later. Anyway, how you guys doing? I'll get them on soon enough. All right. There was something that happened. Kind of a revelation. It's not. I wouldn't say it's a revelation. I would say it's more of a obvious situation or an obvious fact. I would just, from my perspective, as usual, there are people out there in this world that are, from my perspective, are completely compromised, corrupt, insidious, heinous. Oh, that was a good one. And they don't care. And they don't care. They don't care. And that's alarming to me, to most people. And a great example of that is a lot of people that are being, questioned in Congress at these hearings, quote unquote. And I just, it's just amazing. Like what's happening in Georgia, right? And now Colorado and soon California, and everybody's gonna, democracy. Let's. I'll get to that in a second. I think the Democrats forgot what democracy is. I think it's totally slipped their mind. But as I'm looking at this post that I put up the other day, right? I freaking forgot her name. But anyway, she comes on, and this is posted everywhere. And she clearly states, and you know what? I should just play it so you can hear it. Here we go. Make sure it's in there.
After 11 weeks in court, we rested our case against Donald Trump, the Trump Organization, and other defendants. We brought this case after our 4-year investigation revealed that Donald Trump committed repeated and persistent fraud and unjustly enriched himself, his family, and his business. Before this trial even began, the judge ruled in our favor and found that Donald Trump Before this trial even began, the judge ruled in our favor and found that Donald Trump Before this trial even began, the judge ruled in our favor and found that Donald Trump Before this trial even began, the judge ruled in our favor and found that Donald Trump did engage.
So, is that justice? Is that the way the law is supposed to work? A judge had already. I mean, this is nuts. Before it even started, she clearly indicates that the judge had ruled in our favor. Before the trial even began, the judge ruled in our favor. Those are exact words. Somebody tell me that's not backwards, because that is so backwards. I don't know what backwards is anymore. Honestly, it's with these people, it's just crazy. And this is everywhere. This is a virus. It's a plague. It's you're really starting to find out. And I'm not talking just Democrats. We're talking Republicans as well that are doing the same things. Like the other day, I was listening and watching. I could play it later, but I was watching Lindsey Graham talk about indefinite detention for people that they suspect are terrorists. Okay, that's part of the NDAA, part of the Patriot Act, part of all what Bush set up and Obama, put the extra exclamation on it. I mean, is that the law? Is that the way it's supposed to be? I mean, just because they think you're a terrorist, they can just put you away. That's it. Because, you know what, I think you're a terrorist. I'm going to go put you in the cell for, I don't know, indefinitely. What the fuck? I mean, that's crazy. That's nuts. But I've got a buddy out in Kauai. We used to surf together, went to school together in high school. Connie Pa, I call him. It's just Connie and Connie Pa. But anyway, and he says it's lies, it's all this other stuff, and she actually makes huge reveal. And then I say to him, I said, she actually makes a huge revealing mistake in the beginning. Listen, you know Hillary and all this. Yeah, I get it, bro. Yeah. And another guy chimed in. He's one of my other friends that I've known, I don't know, like 10, 15 years. Greg Seaman, great guy, super, super, super cool guy. Both these guys are just decent, red-blooded Americans, and they're purebloods, which is good. And then I explained to Greg, I explained to him right here. I said, let me see. She and many have been instructed to do and say whatever they believe will work, no matter the content, because they're told that they are backed by the pedo-predator class. Most people don't realize how powerful the pedo-predator class is, the PPC, aka CIA, FBI now. They got them involved. They got the Department of Justice compromised. They got, Homeland Security compromised. They got our entire country basically is compromised. I mean, if you're paying attention, but what they're the compromise, etc., and what their resources and depth is, meaning they're so deep and they're so powerful. You guys, most people can't even comprehend. I mean, how is she even able to say that? How are they able to say and talk about the things they do? Well, we don't know what a man or a woman is. How in the fuck does that even happen? Right? It's all because they're backed, they're sponsored. So when they say there won't be any repercussions, and this is the pedo-predator class telling or instructing or assuring these corrupt sociopath, sick, crazy fucks, the Democrats and a few Republicans, by the way, that there's no repercussions because they got their back. Then there aren't any. That's what they believe. Unless Trump gets into office, which is their fear. Because he can change it all around. The United States, as I keep telling everybody, is the last stand. We are the Red Dawn. I don't care who you are, what you're thinking, or where you're from, or how you're doing, or what. If you live in Antarctica, or the Arctic, or wherever, the equator, wherever you're living, the United States is the last stand before they completely take over the world. The pedo-predator class, these sick bastards, and they're connected with BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, Fidelity, J.P. Morgan, these sick, crazy bazillionaire bankers, a lot of royalty. The list is. Jim Rickards has the list. He's given the list. I should go find the list and just tell you who these fucking people are. And they're part of the lineage of the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and a few other people that are out there, and even names that you've never heard before that have gotten so big and so powerful throughout, from at least within 100 years. And these people have you can't fathom the resources for them to compromise the Department of Justice, okay, ran by Merrick Garland, who supposedly just can't remember things, doesn't understand what's going on, playing dumb. Oh, we do the and we'll reach his answers are, "Oh, we do that and we do that." No, you don't do that. No, what you say you do, and what you're actually doing are completely, totally different things. And they're instructed to do this. It doesn't matter. They keep giving these people these instructions no matter what. No matter what. Just keep going, follow the script. Follow the script, keep going, follow the fucking script. A lot of these people are compromised. I sure would like to see the Epstein Island list. I guess there's 177 people on that list. There's probably more, of course, but some pretty well-known people. Some of the names are out already, right? Some of you're not surprised. Like Tom Hanks, of course. I'm not surprised that Tom Hanks. Oprah's been there, of course. John Cusack. Not surprised. A lot of these people are they're sick fucks. They're just mental. What? Sadly, and this happens to a lot of people. A few that become so rich and so influential, and so they start dipping into some really crazy shit. Some pedophilia shit. They start like I've said, I've been to parties in Newport Coast. I've been to parties in Beverly Hills and Bel Air when I was younger, and the things that I've seen, I'm just like, how is that even possible? Right? Most of the time, I'm pretty fucked up. I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. I don't know what's going on. But as I look back at it, being older, more mature, a little bit more responsible, it's apparent that there's a way these people think. Once they get to the certain part, they've done this, they've done that, they've done this, they've done that, and they want more of something else. They try more, and it's really bad. We're at a very, very extremely disgusting time in our life. I've always said we're at the precipice, right? Or we're at the pinnacle. We're right there at the edge. Which way we move and go, it depends. But I think we're already going downhill. Another year of these people who refuse to acknowledge, to see video in front of them. J6, right? I mean, it's so apparent of what happened. It was instigated, it was orchestrated, it was instigated, it was orchestrated, it was pre-planned, it was orchestrated, it was a big setup. We're now seeing more and more information coming in regards to 2020, how this American who's not in a bloodline, who doesn't like listening to these predator class fucks, because he's actually an extremely decent man. People don't even know. Doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. He just goes about his business. He eats well. He loves playing golf. He loves his kids. He loves his grandkids. He just everything. Hardworking. The whole perception, the Trump syndrome, or whatever they call it now, is really sad. Because there's still a lot of people, and I see it on Facebook, right? I see it just all over Facebook, some people on Twitter. But the biggest issue or problem that we're facing is they're not stopping. They're going to continue this. Their steps are laid out for them. Okay, go after Trump, take him off the ballot. I don't care. Get all the blue states. Of course, we're going to go for it. We're going to do whatever we can. We're going to keep pushing J6 like it's real, like it happened. I mean, just refuse to see, like in front of your eyes, you can see the 44,000 hours, and there were some selected tapes, of course, but it clearly showed that they were fist pumping guards, and they were walking in, they were opening doors to some of the main chambers of Congress that had to be opened by certain individuals. Nancy Pelosi. A lot of this stuff is starting to unfold. It's very hard for the Republican senators and the Republican House to twist the arm of these people because they keep twisting and they keep twisting. But the Department of Justice, FBI, Homeland Security, all of them, CDC, Health and Human Services, you just name it. You just name it. It's like squeezing blood out of a turnip. It's just tough, and it's part of the script. It's part of the process. You keep pushing the crap. You keep going after us. We can't have this guy because he's going to expose everything. They are so afraid of this man, so extremely afraid. You know that Donald Trump gets an escort, but he also has his own escort. We're talking military, vetted military. And I'm always concerned because all it takes is one fucker just to get compromised. All it takes is one son of a bitch that just, I need, I know I'm going to probably go down, but I just need the $1 million you can send to my family, whatever. There's people like that. They're just completely compromised. I can't be. This is it. This is what I got. If you don't like it, that's just the way it is. But I'm fine, right? Got my little apartment, internet, got my truck. This is the issue that we're facing. Is no matter what's happening, I mean, you're gonna see if it comes down to them actually being fully exposed. I mean, they've been exposed completely already for the nonsensical lunacy and craziness and the plethora of pontification and lying and the corruption is just, it's amazing. But they're going to keep going because they're being told by the predator class, these gazillionaires, they're being, I'll just finish, I guess need to finish this sentence. They're being told, just keep going. Keep saying it, keep doing it, keep going after it, keep throwing out, keep being the pot calling the kettle black. Just, the Democratic Party has become the pot calling the kettle black for a long time. And it's just more so. No, you're doing it. No, you're being the authoritarian. No, you're being the tyrannical, authoritarian, Orwellian. You want to take over the country. I mean, there's people on Facebook saying Donald Trump wants to take school lunches away. And he's going to allow children to be impregnated. I mean, this is a real post from somebody on Facebook. That's obviously or part of or paid off. And there's a ton of money going to people. People have no idea the amount of money that's put into some of these accounts. And you can't. We don't have a service right now that is going to look into because look, the FBI, the CIA, whoever they can easily go and follow the money. They could easily follow the money of all this stuff. They could if they did their actual fucking job. COVID-19 probably wouldn't even started, right? Let's just get to that. I'm just saying it probably wouldn't, even though the vaccine is safe and effective and you should take it as many times as possible. Right? Jesus. Yeah, I'm flipping people off as I'm saying that, but I'm flipping Big Pharma off. No, I'm trying to get people to understand that they're not going to stop. You've seen all the craziness of these, quote unquote hearings that are happening on C-SPAN, or Forbes plays them afterward on YouTube, and a few other places, and those are just dog and pony shows. Because have you ever seen anybody get handcuffed from one of the hearings? They've literally caught people, the Democrats, they've caught them actually lying, like verbatim, right there. Well, you were saying this the last time you were here, and now you're saying something different, but now you won't answer or respond. How is that even... this is how. No matter what they're told, we're gonna make this happen. This is what they're being told. They're being told by these people that have so much money, so much influence, so much power. They've been able to, Citizens United, thank you. And I'm mocking it, because Citizens United is one of the reasons why all this shit really started to go into quote unquote warp speed, in a sense. Look it up. Citizens United, McCutcheon versus the FEC allows the most richest people out there to funnel money into campaigns, to funnel money some way into the pockets of Nancy Pelosi or whoever. And the issue right now that we're seeing, the biggest issue we're seeing is they can't. They're getting a little headway, but nobody's been handcuffed. I haven't seen anybody go in a courtroom yet, in front of a jury, for plagiarism or all the fucking bazillion of felonies and the unconstitutional acts that these people have created in the past few years. It's insane. It's crazy. But they are being if you can see the malaise or the expressions on their face. It's kind of glazed. I want to say glazed. It's kind of glazed on their face. That no matter what I say, I'm fine. That's it. That's the way you see it. When you watch this lady speak and actually tell you that she.
In years of the judge ruled in our favor and found that Donald's trial even began, the judge ruled business. Before this trial even began, the judge ruled in our favor and found that Donald Trump did engage his family in his business. Before this trial even began, the judge ruled in our favor and found that Donald Trump.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Trump did engage in.
They're going to keep going. They can say and do whatever they say and want. It doesn't matter whatever the mistakes are, because to them, in their minds, they're being told by these crazy. Oh, hey, sure, I'm going to send you in a second. I'm going to send it to you. Well, I'm going to take a break right after this. I just want to finish this up. I'm going to send it to you. But I just want to finish this up. And then I'm going to take a quick break. And then I'm going to come back. And then we'll go over some stuff. But thank you for being here, by the way, as usual. Thank you. Bottom line here is there's a corridor. There's a place between these people that are just spewing out, creating chaos and lunacy everywhere, destruction, chaos, war. I mean, wars too. Everything, just anything that's bad right now happening on the planet is because of these fucking people. Not her particularly, but the pedopredator class. So there needs to be, somebody needs to find out. We know the motivation. Okay, we know the motivation. The motivation is so that they can keep stealing money and being in power. But the problem is people aren't going after that. They're not in that corridor asking the questions like, okay, so you're saying all this. You used to say this. You used to be that. Well, what happened? Let me ask you, are you receiving any money in any way from anybody other than what your regular paycheck is? Because what's interesting is this chick's a fucking millionaire. Right? She's, there's some millionaires attorneys out there, I know that, but there's a lot of these people have made a lot of money really quickly. Right? In the past few years especially. But there's money, that's the connector. That's in my opinion, that's pretty much the smoking gun. You're going to see that. Yeah, it's a fraudulent case. Yeah, but it's a fraudulent case. But my point is, she's being told to do that. She is actually being coached. She's not doing it on her own. You think she's not just, you know what? I'm going to fuck Trump. I mean, not literally, but I'm going to screw with that guy. I'm going to screw with. No, she's following the orders of the pedo-predator class. And she's also at the same time being told, and then I'm going to end with this and go take a break and I'll be back, that no matter what, you're going to be fine. Don't worry. This is going to work out. We're going to make, you're not going to go to jail. Don't worry. You're not going to lose your bar. You're going to be able to practice law. Don't worry. We got you covered. We got people everywhere. Don't worry. Don't worry. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's what's happening. Just keep creating the chaos, nonsense, and the total dismantling and destruction of this country. Just keep going. Because we're going to come in sooner or later with domestic people that are coming in now, and we're going to bring in the UN and NATO, and we're going to fucking really seal it down, and you're going to be fine. Don't worry. This is what they need to understand. With people with that kind of influence and power and resources, you've got to be concerned. The problem that not the problem, but the thing that they're not really foreseeing is their end game. They don't see their end game. They just think they're going to be part of the club. Oh, when it's all said and done, Trump's out here, we're going to own everything and be one world order, the Great Reset, and we'll be fine. No, wait. No. That's not it. They want to get rid of at least 2/3 of the planet's population, hoard the rest, resources, everything for themselves, and everybody that's left is going to be their slaves. And if you're not in line with this tyrannical, authoritarian system that's about to be implemented, then you're screwed. Then she doesn't realize it. And a lot of these people just don't realize what's happening. They think they're doing this for the greater good. They got them sold on fucking climate change. They got them sold on Orange Man bad. They got them sold on carbon tax. They got them sold on so many of these various, cows are bad all of a sudden because they fart. What the fuck? This is fucking nuts. I showed a video of they opened a cow's bladder and they had him half opened and they were testing it was just the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. But it was in the name of science. Bullshit. It's just a fucking show. It's a show. And they're continuing with the show. The show is still going on. And it's serious. It's not stopping. I'm telling you, there's some people in Congress that you may think that's on your side that aren't. I'm very skeptical of Josh Hawley, for sure. He wants to take down TikTok. He wants to do what the Chinese want to do with TikTok. The CCP wants to take down TikTok. Right? You got people like John Kennedy. Right? He's a Republican too. Everybody thinks he's really good. He does some good stuff in these hearings, right? But he also wants to fucking, take down, have total control of the internet. And he's fully for Ukraine. Right? There's some people out there that you might think that are on your side, but they're not. They're not. They're compromised. They've been given that sell. But I think they need to know that when it's all said and done, they need to understand how expendable they really are to these people. And they know who runs it. Biden doesn't run the fucking show. Obama doesn't run the fucking show. These just because you've never met or seen these people doesn't mean they don't exist. These are Santa Clauses that actually fucking exist. That's what I'm going to tell you. These are devils that actually exist. These are demons that actually, however you want to see it. But they're out there. And there's a few of them. And they're pulling the strings of some of the major players. Klaus Schwab fucking told you. We've penetrated dozens of countries. We have about 3,000 world leaders at our disposal. I mean, this is his words. It's like, what the fuck? Yes, the World Economic Forum is probably the greatest terrorist group on this fucking planet, and they painted themselves so well. Their advertising is brilliant, but they got all the money to back it from these sick motherfuckers. All right, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back. I'll send you the link, Cheryl, as soon as I get back. I'm actually making a pork chop, so it might be a little bit. Okay, just letting you know. Give me like, let me eat my pork chop. I'm hungry, and I'll be back, and I'll start the show. And I'll start another. I promise. Okay, aloha.